Cool. Welcome, guys, to my live US30 trading, US30 trading, trading stream. So, just so we're aware, I trade US30, and what I'm gonna be doing today is you're gonna be able to trade live along with me, and we're gonna complete a TradeZilla market pre-market analysis before we go into our actual trade. So that's what it's looking like for today in our US30 trade session. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're gonna be trading US30, our trade session. So first things first, so the way I trade is obviously we followed US30 chart. The main thing we do is we want to look at where the market's going to be going over the session. So we need to come up with an answer to a few of these questions. First question is, what's the market bias for the day? And after we figured out the market bias for the day, we look for an external target. Then we figure out, okay, cool, if we've identified the external target, has external liquidity been taken? And if external liquidity has been taken, it changes quite a few things. That means there's a potential for reversal, and we can start targeting our intraday session liquidity levels in an attempt to, target price, have price target to go lower, should I say. So this is what my trade plan looks like on a daily basis. It takes me roughly about 10 to 15 minutes to complete this analysis, and then once I've done my analysis for the day, I'm ready to go into the markets and execute. So I trade within a window. The window that I trade within is between 9:30 and 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I trade between a 2 and 3 hour window. It varies because sometimes my trades might come right at the end of the window when I'm able to execute. So that's pretty much what we're looking for today. We're looking to determine the bias of the market for the day, and then after we're able to determine the bias, we look for an external target. We try and figure out if liquidity's been taken. If liquidity's been taken, we look to see the potential for a reversal, and if there is, we can start targeting levels of intraday session highs or session lows. And I'll show you why today's an important day for this, because we actually have taken our external liquidity, and I'll get into that shortly. We've actually taken our external liquidity, so we do have a potential for reversal today, and I'm going to show you that on the charts. What I want to do first and foremost is just go over the chart as is, just so you have a rough idea of what's been going on. So obviously this is the US30 chart, and what you want to try and understand is that when the market's trending, you want to understand that you want to always target your external highs at the high of the market. Always. That's where you want to aim to target. If the market's trending in an uptrend, you want to always aim for highs, and in the midst of the market trending, you want to be looking to find somewhere to position. Especially if the market's in an uptrend, you want to aim to position at some sort of level of liquidity. That's the main purpose of this, to aim to position at some sort of level of liquidity. I'm not sure whether or not, obviously, most people are aware, but obviously we had a massive decline last week, and the bias for most people is that we just began a new downtrend. But if we take a look at our pre-market plan, our actual bias was an uptrend, and this targeted our external level of liquidity as we came down. So we were not actually in a downtrend, we just swept our liquidity level. Then we had a huge gap, and this gap filled to hold this area right here. The area that we held on to was our level of demand. So what this tells me is we swept liquidity, we've swept our external liquidity. So now we have a market bias of bullish again, because we swept external liquidity. I'm going to target the highs again, because we swept external liquidity. So what this means is that because we swept external liquidity at the lows, we should now be targeting liquidity at the highs. So therefore, has external liquidity been taken? Yes. The market tap is daily is bullish, and our external target is our highs, once again our all-time highs. So this area of demand is where institutions are going to be looking to buy the market up. Alright, so it's very important that we understand what's going on in the markets today. The main thing that you want to try and understand and get to know is that, we had quite an aggressive move downwards last week Friday, and as we approach this session today, a lot of people will be beginning to believe that we're in some sort of downtrend, and I want to explain to you guys why I don't believe we're in a downtrend. There's two reasons. Obviously we've gapped up massively, but the main reason we're not in a downtrend is because this area right here is our level of demand. If you was bullish last week, which everyone should have been bullish last week, you should have been awaiting price to come down and sweep this level of liquidity right in our order block, right in this area of demand. So that's exactly what happened last week. We came down, we swept liquidity, we came into our area of demand, and over the weekend prices literally gapped all the way back up to hold our area of demand. So we should be expecting price to rally back up higher. The main thing you want to understand is that when price is trending in such a way and we come and sweep liquidity, the purpose of sweeping liquidity is to try and get the momentum to push price higher much more aggressively. So on the daily chart, this is what it looks like. We came and swept liquidity. So the first thing I can say is that this market definitely is bullish. We've come into our area of demand right here, and we've held the level. So now our external target is the highs, which also corresponds with all-time highs. Has external liquidity been taken? Yes, it has. This area of liquidity got taken right into our order block, right into our level of demand. So this is a very, very bullish area that we're positioning, that we want to get positioned into. If external liquidity has been taken, that means we have a potential reversal condition. That means we can take trades targeting intraday liquidity, and all intraday liquidity really is previous day's highs, previous session highs. So I'm going to show you why today I'm going to be targeting this area and this area once we get a sweep of liquidity at the lows of Asia session. So where's our intraday liquidity? So first things first is we obviously want to ensure that we understand that we're in a trending market condition. Our session liquidity map, so where are the important levels on the chart? We don't actually have any fair value gaps at this current moment in time. We do have this area of demand, so I'll just jot that down. We have a area of demand / order block. This level is extremely important because this is where we want to buy at. So this is the most important area to position in, our area of liquidity, our order block, our area of liquidity. So this is the perfect area to buy it. That being said, as you can see, I'm not sure much people can see, but this area is what I want to call manipulating. Prices manipulating this area right now. So we have Asian session lows right here. We have our gap right here, and prices being manipulated in this area. So this is telling me that because we were unable to get down to this session lows through this period here, then there must be some sort of manipulation taking place in anticipation of the open of the session. So that's what I'm looking at this current moment in time. I'm looking to see if there's any manipulation that's about to take place into the session, and once the market opens, we should get a push down into the session and then sweep the liquidity, come into our gap and fill our gap, and then once we get our green candle close on the 15-minute, we should really just rally all the way through our weekly order block, and that's what this orange line is right here. This is our weekly order block. So we've got our external liquidity target. The external liquidity has been taken, which is this level right here. So now we're looking for us important areas, important levels of liquidity, previous days and previous session highs and lows. So we've got our demand order block, we've got our internal liquidity. Let's have a look if we've got any areas of internal liquidity. And as I mentioned, this is our Asian session low. We've got our London session low right here as well, and we've got manipulation taking place slightly above it. So I'm expecting price to come back down and sweep it before we do rally higher. So that's what I'm looking to see. What else we got in here? So we've got our session lows, we've got our previous session lows. Now this is also very important, but I'm going to give it until 2 p.m. GMT, which is, I think, in the next 10 minutes, we should get some more data in regards to the 4-hour chart, or in regards to the hourly chart, I should say, because this data is really important. At this current moment in time, this market is in a downtrend. So the reason why this is important is because what the market tends to do is we're going to get our massive impulse, massive volume kick in to push us into an uptrend at the open of the session. So when it gets to around 2 o'clock, in the next 10 minutes, we should see this candle close green, and then we should see an opportunity for price to present a way for the market to turn bullish. And if we get a green candle here, we should expect another green candle between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock to push this into a bullish trend. What that's going to do is going to put the hourly chart in confluence with the overall trend. It's going to put the 4-hour chart in confluence with the overall trend, and the daily chart is going to continue back in the overall trend, and we're going to see this rally all the way higher. And this for me is what I call an A-grade setup, when you have all 3 time frames, all of them lining up. So the hourly chart, the 4-hour chart, and our daily chart is all bullish. So this is why this is an extremely good trade setup, because we have confluence with the hourly, the 4-hour chart, we have confluence with the daily chart. We found our important area that we want to be positioned in. We know where our session levels liquidity is, and we know exactly where we want to be positioned. So I'm going to add that clearly. So our daily chart, hourly chart, and 4-hour chart. Isn't currently in confluence, but following a sweep or Asian session lows will be able to position long in our demand area and have price rally into confluence. So that's what I'm expecting to see. I'm expecting to see everything fall into place, fall into line over the next hour or so. So we should be able to see this close green. We should see this candle come down something like this, come down, sweep the level, come into our area of liquidity. Then we should see a rally like this, should be green, and we should see this turn green. So then you'll end up seeing all of these 4 charts turn bullish. And if we go into the daily chart, this will also turn bullish, and then over the next few days we'll see this also turn bullish, and that's how you get all of the charts in confluence. So that's what I'm looking for. And I'm not sure if you could see, but hopefully you're able to understand how it's important that I do a pre-market analysis every single day, because I want to be able to understand how I'm approaching the charts. I want to enter the markets prepared. I want to make sure that everything that I'm expecting to see in the markets is justified. There's not a reason why I'm bullish or bearish. It's not a random reason, it's an educated reason. So that's what we're looking for today. Feel free to ask questions. This is my pre-market analysis going into New York session. So yeah, this is exactly what I'm looking for. We've got a market type of bullish for the day. We've got external targets of the highs. We've had our external liquidity be taken. Because we've had our external liquidity taken, we have a potential reversal condition, which means that we can now target our intraday levels of liquidity. The market's trending, obviously. We've got an area of demand, order block, so this is a perfect place to position. And hopefully within the next hour, it should push everything into confluence. The hourly chart and the 4-hour chart isn't currently in confluence, but after we get a close of the candle, of the hourly candle, in the next 5 minutes, the following hour should allow us to sweep liquidity at Asian session lows, position long inside our demand area, and then rally all of everything into confluence. And I'll show you that really quickly. It's gonna look something like this. Come down, sweep our Asian session lows, sweep our London session lows, come into our demand area, and rally all the way back into profit. So that's what I'm looking for. Through the session, I only trade 2 hours per day. I only execute over 2 hours per day. So that's what I'm looking for. There we go. We're beginning to target our lows, and this is exactly where we want to get positioned into. I'm considering whether or not I want to get long before the open. I'm not going to do that actually, I'm going to stay patient. But this is a demand area, so I'm assuming as soon as the market opens, it's going to be a very, very bullish reaction to this market opening. So once again, we've analysed and figured out our market bias is bullish on the daily chart. Our targets is going to be our external highs right up here after sweeping this external liquidity low. Has there been a liquidity squeeze? Yes, there has. If there has been, we need to see whether or not there's been a potential for reversal. Because there is a potential for reversal. So our market conditions remain to be trending. We're holding this area of demand, which is a very important area on the market. On our chart, it's actually one of our liquidity levels, one important area of demand / an order block. We've also got a build up of liquidity intraday around our Asian session low. So London session was unable to sweep Asian session, and we've unable to get below London session even at the pre-market of New York. So that means this area is definitely been watched. So the hourly and the 4 hour chart, are they in confluence of the overall trend? If the trend is upwards, currently the hourly chart is in a downtrend. But what we expect to see is, as the price approaches the open, we expect liquidity to be taken, price to come into our area of demand, and price to rally higher. See, this makes me worried. This makes me believe that I should get long aggressively, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait for the open. If I miss the trade, I miss the trade. I'm happy to miss the trade. I do want to see liquidity get taken first before I get long. London session did come into the demand area, but it does look like a pool of liquidity, so I'm just going to wait for that. So hourly chart and the 4 hour chart currently isn't in confluence with the overall trend, but once we get a sweep of our Asian session lows into the open, we should get a long position that will get us to rally higher, and I'll show you exactly what that will look like. It's going to look like this candle, like this, coming down, sweeping, and then we should get something like this. And what that's going to do, that's going to put us into our area to get positioned into our demand area. It's also going to allow us to get the hourly chart in confluence with the bullish trend. It's going to get the 4-hour chart in confluence with the bullish trend, and the daily chart should be targeting our external level of liquidity. And all three things being in confluence will make this an A+ setup, or A++ setup. I look at this as better than an A+ setup actually. So that's what I'm looking for over the next 30 minutes or over the next hour to 2 hours. I only trade for 2 hours a day. This is a live stream of my trades, of my trading on a daily basis. So I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to make money today. In the live markets, everything pre-planned. And I want you to understand the importance of a pre-market analysis. It allows me to go into the market with a clear idea and a clear understanding of what I'm looking for. So I don't ever go in blindsided. And because if you don't plan, then you're likely to go into the markets and make errors. So I don't go into the markets making errors. I've got my pre-market analysis mapped out. So over the next hour, this is what I'm expecting to happen. The hourly chart and the 4-hour chart isn't currently in confluence, but following a sweep of our Asian session lows, we'll be able to position long in our demand area and have price rally higher. And that looks like this. So this is what I'm looking for. I think you could take this trade as well. Okay, so the way I get positioned, by the way, is I wait for green candle close. After sweeping on liquidity, I wait for a green candle close. But because of how aggressive this is going to be, I'm not going to wait for a green candle close. Once we sweep liquidity, I'm going to get in aggressively. Mainly because this is all about for so this area is going to have a high amount of interest to purchase. So as soon as it comes to open, I'm expecting a lot of people to buy the market as the market opens. So that's what I'm expecting to see. It's one thing to be able to know how to read the markets, but it's another thing to understand how you're going to position into the markets and execute your trading trigger. So that's why it's extremely important. People pay attention to these live streams, man. And I definitely think these lot should, if you do join the stream every single day, if you're planning to join the stream, or when this trade wins and you see the accuracy of my predictions, you should definitely hit the subscribe button and hit the like button so that more people can get a view of this and more people can see what it's like to actually trade. As I said already, I only really execute for 2 hours a day between 2:30 UK time, which is 9:30 open, and around 4:30 UK time, which is around 11:30. Sometimes it might go on to around 12, so maybe I might leave it till around 5 PM UK time. But the main idea is, when I get into the markets, when I see a setup, I'm only executing for 2 hours. And usually I start my day around 2 o'clock or 9 o'clock. But because of the live stream, I decided, I'd rather come on stream 30 minutes early and prepare for this. Prepare for the market with you guys, but it usually doesn't take me this long. So I usually work around 3 hours a day max, 3-4 hours a day. And I enjoy this, man. It's taken me a long time to be able to get to this level of comfortability and accuracy in the markets. So I'm waiting to position. and now it's just a waiting game. Just wait for this level of liquidity to be taken, and then we could get long. And one thing you want to remember as well is you never ever want to short into a demand area. That's ridiculous. You want to wait for price to get below it and then get short. So like if we take a look at what happened, where was that price action? Oh, it was actually up here. I think I kind of moved this demand area, but it doesn't matter because of how many areas of demand there is.
It's just different.
That's why this is such a bullish area, because all of this is just extremely bullish. This area is just an opportunity for price to rally straight through it, and really and truly this should all just be one connected demand area. But you never ever want to short into a demand area. So like what happened the other day, price came down, people were still trying to short the market up and getting ripped up, but after price got below it, that's when you're able to short. And the same thing here, if you did want to turn bearish, you'd have to wait for price to come underneath the demand area, and then you can start looking for shorts. So yeah, just food for thought for people who aren't too aware of how all of this trading stuff works. You need to be aware of certain hurdles that are in place before the market opens. So yeah. Alright, feel free to ask any questions. Appreciate you being here. So once again, what we're looking at today, we've done our pre-market analysis. This is how I come into the markets every single day. I analyze where the market's going on the daily bias. I look for external liquidity targets. Has it been taken? If it has, we can look for reversal. Market conditions, we look for important areas of demand and supply. We look for important levels of internal liquidity, and we look for intra-session highs and lows to try and find somewhere to position. At the moment, the hourly chart and the 4 hour isn't influenced, but it should turn into confluence after we sweep our Asian session lows, and we'll be able to position long inside our demand area. So that's what we're waiting to see. And once that occurs, we'll be able to take the market higher.
Just different.
So once again, I'm looking to get positioned right here after a sweep of Asian session lows inside our area of demand. I'm looking to get positioned long here. I'm going to get positioned quite aggressively. I really should place an order, but I'm going to try and do it manually. But once we sweep this area, I'm looking to get long, and I'm looking to see price rally all the way up. The main reason for that is obviously we're trying to get all of these levels into confluence, the hourly chart into confluence, the 4 hour chart into confluence, which is going to require a massive rally above this level, and turn the trend upwards on the hourly chart and the 4 hour chart. So I'm expecting massive rallies over the next couple of days, and I'm trying to get positioned right here inside this order block. this order block, demand area, whatever you want to call it. This area is a key area. As you can see, we had external liquidity right here, so this is the perfect place. Once you get a order block and liquidity building up at the same area, this is where you want to be buying at. And the rally that we're going to see this week might be one of the biggest rallies we've seen in a while. It's going to re-engulf this candle. It's going to push the monthly chart back into green, and then we're going to see this market bubble up over the next couple of months. But it all starts today. It all starts today. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, let's see. So we're coming back down towards this area right here. Coming right back down. Once this area gets taken, everyone's going to position long. There's a chance we sweep it before the open. If we do, I'm getting ready to execute on my phone as we speak, so Alright, I'm getting ready to position long, as we approach the open. It's going to be an aggressive long trade. Alright, I'm about to execute, waiting on this to come into our area and sweep liquidity. Hopefully we get this done before the market opens, so on the open it just rallies higher. There's a chance we just tap into the demand area and then go up, so but I want to see one of our levels get taken. This is all of this is liquidity. Even the demand zone itself is liquidity as well. That's where institutions are looking to position, so I'm considering going aggressive. Let's just be patient now. Seems like we're gonna hold this order block, so I'm going to get long. I'll let you know once I've gotten long. Remember the stream's delayed, so don't follow my positions. Don't follow my voice. You're gonna have to execute on your own. The stream is slightly delayed. Alright, I'm getting ready to get long. I do want to see demand get tapped at the bare minimum. Let's see if we could get a push down. We're getting our push down. Alright, I think we're gonna tap into the demand. I don't think we're gonna. Alright, I've executed. I'm long. 100 pip stop loss. just got long. And there it goes. Once we break this level, we should be through. If we break that level, if not, I'm just gonna let price go back to my stop loss. This is my stop right here, 100 pips. Alright, I think we should be through. I'm not sure if you could see this, but this is my account. Profit's running crazy right now. When the market moves like this, these are the cleanest trades you want to find. So as I said already, you wanted to see price come back down. You wanted to see it sweep this level. It didn't quite sweep it, but this is what we was looking for. We was looking for this. So now once we break above here, it should be clear through. And then everything is going to turn bullish. And this is why this is an A+ setup. Because now this market's going to go up aggressively. It's going to push everything into confluence. And the daily chart is now going to target our all-time highs. The only level we're watching right now is this order block on the weekly chart. Once we breach that order block, we should be through. Alright, we're seeing some weakness in the market. This could be an indication that price could go lower. We could see a failure, but I'm going to be patient. I'm not going to allow my profits to get taken away from me. We got to make sure that this market continues to rally higher. You got to just continue to just be patient and watch. But as I said already, I want to see the market break through our order block. We're really struggling to get above this level, and I'm not sure why. Once we do get above it, it should be clear, but for some reason we're struggling to. Let's see if we could get some more momentum. There we go. Alright, we're pushing slowly but surely. Alright, we're getting our big push now. Should be clear. I'm gonna move my stop to break even. We shouldn't go back down there. That's why I've moved my stop to break even. If we do, then I guess we're not going up today. It's the order block. It's this order block level that's really causing the resistance. So once we get above it, it should be clear, but are we going to get above it? That's the question. You can't seem to get above it. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna go down. Stocks at break even, so I'm just gonna let it play out. got some more momentum kicking again. Let's see if this momentum allows us to break higher. I don't know why it's just struggling today, man. It seems like today, the bottom's not in yet, but it should be. All we could do is just wait. I don't like when the market trades like this. Usually my trades just run into profit. They don't hesitate like this, which makes me wary. Right, the 15 minutes gonna close in the next couple of minutes, so we should see some bullish momentum coming right before the close. Seems like we've got some bearishness in this market. Struggling to get above the 115. I'm not sure why. Alright, so 15 minutes approaching its close. We've got to push the momentum towards the close of the candle. You just want to see this get above this level here. And every time we get there, we fell. I don't know why. But we should still see price push through it. Alright, let's see if we could get the hourly chart to go aggressive in the last 15. This is our last hope. If not, this market's going to go down today. We should see that. We should see this break above here, but look at it decline. Hopefully this is an order block that's going to hold us, but I don't know why. It just seems like we're bearish. It should not be this weak at all. It should be so much stronger. This is why you gotta be, what do you call it? This is why you gotta plan your trades ahead of time. Because if I didn't plan this trade, imagine trying to figure out what direction the market's going in today. You'd be absolutely, you'd be lost. Alright, I'm gonna start to believe hopefully we could push higher aggressively above the order block over the next 15 minutes. If not, this market's going back to break even. After this trade plays out, whatever direction it goes, I'm gonna come off the stream, done my work for the day, call it quits. But yeah, seems like we're gonna be, I don't know, I can't call it at this moment in time. I don't know why today's struggling, man. It should just go straight up. But I'm guessing if we don't go straight up, then we go straight down. Right, there we go. Let's see if the last 15, the last 10 minutes, we could get some bullishness. See, if we can't get above this order block, then we can't confirm the uptrend on the hourly chart and the 4 hour. So this is the most important level. We need to get above this level literally in the next 5 minutes. We have to. If not, I'm out of this trade. And it looks like we're about to fail again. Patience, guys. Alright, I'm watching this hourly close to see where we do close. If we don't get above this level, then it's pretty much there's no chance we're gonna go higher. So you gotta keep your eye out for the hourly. I've already moved my stops to break even. I'm not trying to see the market make me lose money on this trade. If not, we're back tomorrow. But this trade really should go higher. It's this order block that's really preventing us from doing that, which I'm a bit surprised at. But let's see. Maybe the last 5 minutes give us an opportunity to rally. Let's see if we could get a push in this last couple of minutes. We need to get above this area here and close above the order block to confirm an uptrend on the hourly chart. And once we confirm the uptrend, then we should just completely just rally to sweep all of these levels of liquidity at these higher levels. Alright, I don't want to jinx it, but it looks like we're getting a push into the close, exactly what I've been waiting for. And then we're going to confirm the A plus setup if we can get a close above there. But it seems like we're getting a slight rejection. I might have just jinxed it. Alright, getting a push in this last 45 seconds. Let's see if we can get a close above here. Off you go. Keep pushing in the last 20 seconds. Keep pushing. Last 10 seconds. Push, push, push. And next candle should gap up or something, man. Alright, I think we did get a close there, so that should be alright. My stop start break even. We should be alright to just rally through it. And in case you can't see, it's blues all round. It's looking pretty good. So yeah, we should just see the market just completely take off. Did this actually close above here? Let's see. This, the open of this candle was 985. The close of this candle was 46,000. So that did confirm it. So yeah, we should be alright to rally higher now. We just gotta watch to see what happens on the 4 hour, because we can't get a rejection again of this area. We have to see price sweep this and just completely take it out. Why are we rejecting? This market's looking more and more bearish. Every time I look at it, it just seems more and more bearish. I don't see why we're rejecting. We didn't even sweep the liquidity level. Or maybe it's an attempt to just sweep everyone out of the market right now. But I just don't see why. I think it makes more sense to just go straight up. don't see why we're rejecting. It's the order block, isn't it? It's the order block, guys. We're not going to get above the order block. It's not looking. We really need this candle to shoot straight through this order block, because at this current moment in time, this order block has been a nightmare for us today. Absolute nightmare. Alright, starting to look a bit better again. If this can go green, we should see some aggressive moves higher. I'm expecting at least 2% up on the Dow today. If we could break this order block, which has been extremely tough to break today so far anyway. There we go, let's go green again. if this 15-minute candle closes red, I'm gonna get out of the trade. That's not what I want to see, because that's gonna tell me that firstly we're rejecting off the order block, then we're gonna actually try and target our level of liquidities down here. My belief was that this area, this demand area, was enough liquidity to push the market above the order block. So if that doesn't happen, I'm exiting the trade. So you've got around 5 minutes to decide that. 6 minutes.
It's just different.
Last 5 minutes, we should see some sort of push to get this candle green again. I don't like when the market does moves like this. I like when the market's a bit more direct, but that's just me personally. Yeah, I think I'm gonna exit. This is so shit, man. Worst case scenario is break even. Let me not exit actually, and just make sure stocks at break even. But if it closes red, I'm out. You guys should see it. If the market doesn't close green, it should just dump. Like everyone who's bullish will see that the order block held and they're just gonna dump it. The market's just gonna dump. We got just over a minute to see whether or not this candle could close green or not. This is the moment of truth.
Just different.
Alright, we got another opportunity. I'm still holding the position, but to see this break above the order block aggressively right now. If we get any inkling of a rejection, the market is going to absolutely fall off a cliff. Let's see if we could gather the momentum to go higher. This order block just seems too strong right now, man. It's getting on my nerves. Because it's just not something I want to see.
Just different.
If we could get above this red candle, then we should have enough momentum to go higher above the order block. So we're going to watch the close of this 15-minute. But I should break above it aggressively before then. once we do get above this level, it's going to be an amazing buy if we can get above this level, but this is just too strong of an order block. But if we do get above it, we should absolutely target all-time highs again. That's why I'm so aggressively bullish right now. Alright, let's see if we can get the momentum. If this candle even turns red, I'm out. This market does not want to go higher, which I don't understand. If this market even turns red, I'm out.
It's just different.
It could have been such a great trade as well. Alright, we're pushing back up. Let's see what happens though. Yeah, still not good, man. Yeah. I'm gonna give it another second just to see if we get another bounce back into green. Can we go back into green? No. Back into green. Yes, no, yes, no. Alright, maybe we can go higher since we turn back into green. Oh, we failed again. No, it seems like it's done with. Still holding, still holding, still holding. I don't like when the market's like this, man. I just like when it just goes straight to my target. Just go straight to my target. But instead we have to do all of this. B Basher, I think it's gonna go, hey dude, what you think a safe TP is? Will it go to 46.50, 46.150? Yeah, I'm betting on it going there if we could get above this order block, this weekly order block. But if we can't, then we're gonna crash back down. So that's what I'm watching right now. I can't tell you, but it seems that we're about to crash out. So my stops are at break even, which is back at this level. So if the market doesn't go all the way back down to my stop loss and take me out at break even, then we go back up. But it seems that this order block is holding, so I'm on the edge of exiting. I'm just gonna give it another couple of minutes. See if it stops me out at break even. It's a bit messy today, guys. It's a bit messy. If we can get this 15-minute order block to hold, then we can still rally higher, but it looks like we're about to just collapse off a cliff. And if that does happen, I'm out of this trade at break even. Maybe back tomorrow though. Approaching break even. One thing I don't do, by the way, I don't short the market into demand areas. That's something we don't ever do. There's people trade NQ and you trade US30. Yeah, I trade US30. I'm an expert US30 trader. I've been trading it for years. But yeah, let's see if this order block holds. We've got about 3 minutes on here. The last couple of minutes is usually where we see the most momentum come into the candle. So there's still a chance that we see this rally up over the next couple of minutes. And if we don't rally up, then we're gonna crash down. Regardless, I'm out if that happens. Yeah, see, we're starting to see some bullish momentum, but are people are the order block sellers gonna jump back in and push it back down? That's the question. Alright, this is the moment of truth. If we could get a big rally now and turn this green, then we could still break above the order block and continue higher. But we need to see a big rally within the next 2 minutes. I think the order block sellers are coming back in. We got less than a minute left for this candle close, and we're struggling to turn green, so it's not looking good. We need to get this to turn green in the next less than 30 seconds. If not, the market's going to collapse. Alright, we got 30 seconds left. Let's see what happens. If this can turn green, it's gonna be a miracle. We got 10 seconds left. Yep, everyone's gonna be out. I don't know if I want to move my stop from break even. Let me just leave it there, man. This market's holding this order block, so I'm just gonna leave it. No, I'll just go live. I don't have Discord. Actually, no, I do have a Discord. I'm gonna put it in my bio. Check it out. Mom, hold on. I'm live streaming, mom. Alright, let's see. So I got an external target on this trade. External target is external liquidity, which is all the way up there. So at some point it should get up there if we get above this order block. I'm gonna move my stop back to where my stop was originally for two reasons. The first reason is there's a chance we might hold this order block, so I don't actually need to take the risk off the table. We could hold this 15-minute order block. Yeah, I do. Well, I don't teach. No, I only live stream. I only live stream at the moment. But if I build enough of a community of traders that are, serious and they want me to teach, and I'll look to get into that in the future. But at the moment, I don't teach. At the moment, I only live stream. Alright, so I'm looking for this candle to turn green. I've put my risk back on the table, which is just 100-point stop loss. And I'm looking for this to turn massively green. My overall target's going to be up here. I'm going to try to take partials off somewhere in this level. But this trade's been so stressful, man. Most of my trades just run straight to profit. It's not usually like this.
It's just different.
Alright, this current candle cannot close red. If it closes red, everyone has to go. Then I definitely have to get out. I need to see an engulfing candle. That's what I need to see. On the 15-minute, I need to see an engulfing candle. Alright, we're starting to move. Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, check in every weekday. Every weekday, I try to go live around 8:30 EST. So yeah, um, when you think we'll hit that target, I think it's gonna happen really quickly. Especially if we get above the order block, I think it's gonna hit that target really quickly. Probably over the next couple of days. So that's the best case scenario. Um, and what I'm expecting to happen really is for price to get above here today, and if we get above here and then go, then we're definitely, well not definitely, but then we've got all the confluence to actually rally higher over the next couple of days. So it's really about what happens today. Let me take a look at the hourly chart really quick. Right, so hourly looks good. We need this to turn bullish, obviously. So if the next couple of 15-minute charts candles go green, then we should absolutely take it out. So we need to see a massive engulfing candle on the 15, which is what we're starting to see. And obviously we've got quite a bit of liquidity resting slightly above.
It's just different.
I'm considering closing this position because I can't just keep watching this order block get rejected, man. What I'm going to do after we sweep the highs of the liquidity at the order block, if it's not a massive engulfing candle through it, I'm going to move my stop loss to below the order block. Is that hourly green yet? Yeah, I think I gotta close this out. Alright, so we're engulfing the 15. Alright, let's take a look at the 15 on here. I don't know why we can't get above, man.